What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I am showing you a big part of my physical media collection, which is all of my boutique labels. I am showing you everything that I own from Scream Factory to Vinegar Syndrome. So sit back, grab a drink, grab a snack, and I'm showing you everything. So we got to get this started because there's a lot to show you. As you guys can see, I have taken it to the floor. I think this is going to be way quicker than the way I did my entire Blu-ray collection. So let's just quickly start. I am beginning with Scream Factory 4K titles and The Company of Wolves. I still have not watched this one yet, so it's in the never seen it pile. The same with Cat People. Now I think everything else I have seen. So we've got Alligator, Army of Darkness, Black Christmas, one of my favorites, Bubba Hotep, one of my not-so-favorites, Candyman, love it. Now we got the Child's Play franchise. We have the first Child's Play, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3. We've got Bride of Chucky. Of course, got to have Seed of Chucky. Curse of Chucky. And the final one, if I can grab it, Cult of Chucky. Love The Craft, one of my favorites to watch every October. We've got Creepshow. This one was sent to me and I was so grateful for it because I really enjoyed it. And of course, my pile is falling over. We'll just, go like that. Okay. It's going to happen, so I might as well just deal with it. We've got Dawn of the Dead, Dead Silence, Dog Soldiers, and Escape from New York. Pile number 2, we've got Evil Dead. I love this version of Evil Dead. It's my favorite of the franchise. I wish they would follow up with those characters, or the one character that survived. What's her name? Mia. Exorcist 3, The Fog, The Funhouse. That one was a nice surprise. It was pretty good. Now we got the Halloween movies. First Halloween with the very nice, solid box slipcovers. Of course, we have Halloween 2. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Halloween 4. Halloween 5. And I'm just going to keep the rest in the box set, but there you guys can see. Halloween, I call it Halloween 6, Curse of Michael Myers, H2O, and Resurrection in the little janky paper box set. But I like the cover. I like the front. I like all the newspaper clippings. That's a nice touch, so I do enjoy that. Okay, let me scoot over. Pile number 3. We've got The Haunting of Julia, The Howling, Krampus, Life Force, My Bloody Valentine, Nightbreed, Night of the Demons, The People Under the Stairs. We've got Piranha, Prince of Darkness, Return of the Living Dead, Species, and finally, They Live. So those are all the Scream Factory 4Ks that I have. So now we have to move on to the Blu-rays from Scream Factory. Now getting into the Scream Factory Blu-rays that I have seen, we have slipcovers. There are a couple of 4Ks with no slipcovers, so I put them with the Blu-rays with no slipcovers. It may not make any sense for you, but with my organization, it makes sense for me. So all of these right here, I have seen before. Then we'll get into the Scream Factory Blu-rays that I have not seen. So with slipcovers, we have The Clove Hitch Killer, Cursed. You are going to see some duplicates. I just can't get rid of the Scream Factory duplicates for some reason. I don't want to part with them, so that's going to answer your question because I'm sure a couple of you will comment, why haven't you gotten rid of your duplicates? I just don't want to for Scream Factory for boutique labels. All right. We got Dark Summer, Dawn of the Dead, Drag Me to Hell. I love that slipcover. We have Hell Night, King Kong. We've got Night of the Creeps, Obsession, Pet Sematary 2, awesome slipcover. Not so much of a movie, I will say that. Raising Cain. Good old Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Sleepwalkers, another amazing slipcover. Love it. Slumber Party Massacre, the revamped version. Valentine. And John Carpenter's Vampires. Underrated vampire movie, in my opinion. If you've not seen this, please give it a go because I like it. I enjoy it. All right, so those are all the slips. Now let's get to the rest with no slipcovers. So I only have 2 4Ks. I have the double pack of Slumber Party Massacre, the original Slumber Party Massacre. The original movie is good, you know, like for a cheesy slasher, but this, the sequel, is so horrible. It's so bad. I cannot recommend it. I also have Upgrade. Now getting into the Blu-rays, I have 8mm with, of course, Nicolas Cage, April Fool's Day. The Autopsy of Jane Doe. We got Bad Moon. Black Christmas. Love it. The Burning. We got Candyman. Candyman Farewell to the Flesh. And Camp Coldbrook. And also Cherry Falls, underrated as well. Next pile is Class of 1984. Not really classified as a horror movie, but I mean, it is Scream Factory, so it goes in the boutique label. Cobra, definitely not a horror film, but I mean, it's about a serial killer, so it can go in. We got The Crush. Yes, it is Scream Factory. It's right there, if you guys can see it. Scream Factory. We got Darkman. The 4K for that is coming out soon. Death Becomes Her. Love that movie. Dog Soldiers. Fender Bender. I hated this movie, but I'm keeping it because it's part of the collection. Final Exam. We got Ginger Snaps. He Knows You're Alone. Idle Hands. We got Killer Party. And Lake Placid. All right. Yes, those are my socks that you're seeing right now. Continuing on to the last of the Scream Factory Blu-rays that I've seen, we got Pumpkinhead. Ravenous. That one was actually pretty decent. A little spin on Friday the 13th. We got Saturday the 14th. A spoof. I could not think of the word. Spoof. Serial Mom. Love that movie. Silent Hill. Silent Night, Deadly Night. We've got Silver Bullet. Single White Female. Sleepaway Camp. Someone's Watching Me. We got Starman. Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood. And Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. And the Urban Legend movies, Urban Legend and Urban Legend's Final Cut. So now let me gather, I should say gather all of the Scream Factory Blu-rays that I have not seen yet. Continuing on, so that is the rest of the Scream Factory pile. I thought I had more, so I'm combining it with Shout. So we have Shout Select and then also the rest of the Scream Factory that I have not seen. So we have Future World, The Temp, good old Alligator 2, Firestarter, From Beyond, Motel Hell, double pack of Love at First Bite and Once Bitten. I have seen Once Bitten numerous times, but not Love at First Bite yet, so that's the Never Seen It movie. The Final Conflict. We've got Shocker and Body Bags. So that's it for everything Scream Factory. So now we're moving on to Shout Select. Brand new Fargo 4K. Next up is, if I can grab it, next up is Clue. Now those are obviously 4Ks, and moving on, the rest are Blu-rays. So we have Mr. Mom, excuse me. I don't know why I had a blank for a second. Valley Girl, love this movie with, of course, Nicolas Cage. We've got Earthquake, Sliding Doors, and also Adaptation. So those are all the slipcovers, and I believe everything else is without a slip. There's a few over here that have a slip that are 4Ks, excuse me, but I haven't seen them yet. So this is everything that I've seen from Shout Select. Double pack of, is this Shout? Yeah, it is. It is Shout. All right, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey double pack. My favorite Thanksgiving film, Home for the Holidays. We got Dragnet. California with a K. Cuffs. Cuffs with a K. To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. That is a great underrated comedy. If you guys have not seen that, you really, really need to. It's so good. All right, we got Endless Love and Very Bad Things. Liar, Liar. I mean, classic Jim Carrey. It doesn't really get better than this. He's awesome in that movie. Nothing But Trouble. And Summer School. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you remember Summer School. Trust me. All right. Let's move up a little bit. We have got... Now, this one was sent to me. It's out of print, and I've never heard of this before. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. What is this? What is this? But that looks like John Lithgow right there, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, really curious about what this movie is. And that's Jeff Goldblum right there. Yeah, we got John Lithgow, Ellen Barkin, Christopher Lloyd. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this will be an experience. I already know. Okay, we've got Queen of the Desert. We got Wildcats with Goldie Hawn. The Missing. Legally Blonde double pack. Yes, it is Shout Select, believe it or not. On Golden Pond. Colors. Brewster's Millions. Mac and Me. I still have to look, plastic is still on it. I still have to watch Mac and Me. Either your E.T. or your Mac and Me. Right now, I'm E.T. All right, double pack of Eddie and the Cruisers, and then Eddie and the Cruisers 2, Eddie Lives. Got The Boxer. The Wizard. We got Homeboy with Mickey Rourke. Explorers. The Last Unicorn. When I was younger, I was obsessed. Obsessed with unicorns. I cannot even tell you. And this was my favorite movie back in the day. Murder by Death. I heard it's kind of like Clue. Glengarry Glen Ross. We've got Cool World. And Trespass. All right. Now over here, got some 4Ks. We got War Games when they upgraded. It was through Shout Factory, so that's why. So we got War Games. Wanted. Also Used Cars. And the 4K of Platoon. And the Magnificent Seven. Natural Born Killers. All right, back to Blu-ray. The Shadow, Alec Baldwin. We got Twins. John Carpenter directed Elvis. City Slickers 2. The Pianist. Another Nick Cage, Wild at Heart. We got the Glenn Miller Story. Coraline. And finally, there it is, my copy of The Man in the Iron Mask. That's an awesome looking slipcover. So can you guys see why I didn't bother with the 4K? Because that's an awesome looking slip. And I still haven't watched the Blu-ray, so I got to check it out. All right, so next up, I think I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to do Paramount Presents and Vestron titles. Moving on next to Vestron on the left and Paramount Presents on the right. We're just going to fly right through these. So starting off with Vestron, I do have Blue Steel. My Best Friend is a Vampire. The Dentist Collection 1 and 2. Those were cheesy fun. Silent Night, Deadly Night Collection 3, 4, and 5. We've got Dream a Little Dream. Here's the other Candyman, Candyman Day of the Dead. Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat. Got The Wraith. Little Monsters. Slaughter High. Love the Slip. Cheesy movie. But what else? I mean, would you expect anything else? The Gate. We've got Parents. Blood Diner. Chopping Mall. Okay, those are all of the Vestrons that I've seen. Now, these are ones that I still have to watch. And this is the only one with that... strike that, reverse it. This is the only one that I have without a slipcover. So that's kind of annoying. Shivers. We've got double Waxwork, and Waxwork 2 Lost in Time. Dementia 13. The Wishmaster Collection 4-film set. This was a great pickup. It was like 20 bucks for 4 movies. Probably cheesy as hell, but that's okay. We've got Dagon. I don't know. Nice slip. And Earth Girls Are Easy. Okay, so that's everything to do with Vestrons. Seen it. Haven't seen it. Now we go to Paramount Presents. So we've got Red Eye, which is a 4K. We got good old Fatal Attraction. Double Jeopardy, which is a 4K. Ordinary People. Harold and Maude. We've got Vanilla Sky. Breakdown. Mommy Dearest. If you want campy, oh so campy, this is one of the campiest movies ever. Mommy Dearest. It's notorious. Love Story. Got The Haunting. Ghost. Days of Thunder. Good old Flashdance. Just watch this one for Hitchcock Month, To Catch a Thief. Such a good movie. And, well, it's stuck together. The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. We've got Elizabethtown. Ugh, I can't reach and I can't grab. All right, A Place in the Sun. And one of the best comedies ever. I mean, how can you go wrong with Bette Midler, Goldie Hawn, and Diane Keaton? The First Wives Club. All right, so that was Speedy. Told you so. Vestron, Paramount Presents. So I believe now we are going to go to Kino Lorber. Up next is Kino Lorber. So the pile right here on the left, everything I've seen. These 2 piles I have not. These are never seen it. So starting off with, of course, The Cage and Firebirds. He's everywhere at this point. Nosferatu. The Night Stalker. My Boyfriend's Back. If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. If you know, you know. Before and After. We've got Silkwood. Career Opportunities. Haunted Honeymoon. This movie gets me every single time I watch it. It's Untamed Heart. Oh my God. If you've not seen that, get on it. The Rich Man's Wife. Moving Violations. We've got Mel and Goldie, Bird on a Wire. And now we got some 4Ks. We got Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Oh, this isn't a 4K. This is like a cheesy TV movie of the week Blu-ray with Bette Davis, Scream, Pretty Peggy. Yeah, that was interesting. Also, New Year's Evil. That's a Blu-ray as well. Oh, it's all slipcovers. That's why I put them together. In Bruges, Blu-ray. Play Misty for Me. Now we're into 4Ks. Okay. We got Misery. I mean, come on. Misery is fantastic. Of course, Silence of the Lambs. And we've got Tropic Thunder. Some Like It Hot. Great classic film with Marilyn Monroe. Also, The Apartment. And Out of Sight. Out of Sight 4K with J-Lo and George Clooney. All right, so now we have 2 Kino Lorber piles of Never Seen It's. And half of this pile are 4Ks. I really got to get on that. I'm slacking. I got to have a Kino Lorber month. All right, what's this one? Pocketful of Miracles. This one was sent to me. Oh, and it's Betty Davis. I did not realize that. If I did, I forgot. All right, I got to have that for Betty Davis month. And we've got The Complete Metropolis. That one was sent to me. We've got My Bodyguard. Panic in Year Zero. City of Industry. Clay Pigeons. Space Camp. I've seen this movie, but it's been at least, I would say, 30 years since I've seen it. So I really have to rewatch that one soon. We've got Big Business and Scenes from a Mall. Special Delivery. The Whales of August. Ooh, another Betty Davis. Ray Liotta. Unforgettable. The Evil Macaulay Culkin in The Good Son. Deep Rising. The Hitchhiker. We've got Nightmare Beach. Oh, and we got The Night Strangler. Scissors. This one is Burnt Offerings. I don't want my pile to fall over. Wanted Dead or Alive with Rutger Hauer. And we got some Never Seen It 4Ks. We've got Cujo. And Needful Things. 3 Days of the Condor. Gotta have Staying Alive. If you've got Saturday Night Fever, then you gotta have Staying Alive. I heard it's not a good movie at all whatsoever. And Killer's Kiss. I picked up this one because it was super cheap. It was like $12. So I said, what the heck? I'm going to pick it up. So I got that. All right. Now we got my other man, Stallone in Oscar. Sidney Poitier in Lilies of the Field. I mean, my name is in the title. I have to have the movie. Desperately Seeking Susan. We've got Mad Love with Drew Barrymore and Chris O'Donnell. The Psychopath. We've got Deceived. Cry Freedom. If I can grab onto it. The Crucible. Love Winona Ryder. Gone Fishing. Joe Pesci. The Burning Bed. This one's a nice, like, slipcover. Nice and sealed, brand new. Marty with Ernest Borgnine. And we got Jim Carrey, Man on the Moon. Now I believe, yeah, all the rest of these are 4Ks. So 4K with no slip. We got Hannibal. And if you hear the phone, that's my phone ringing upstairs. Red Dragon. And also 12 Angry Men. Those are the recent 4K Kino Lorber pickups from the sale. Serpico with Pacino. The Night of the Hunter. We've got Burt Reynolds, Longest Yard. The Taking of Pelham 123. The Italian Job. I cannot grab onto these movies. Nobody's Fool. In the Heat of the Night. Indecent Proposal. Dress to Kill. The Usual Suspects. The Score. And the final title is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So all of this are all the Kino Lorber titles I have in my collection. So there's only a few more left. I think next up, we're going to talk about Arrow. Next up is everything from Arrow. So we have box sets right here, slip covers, and then no slip covers / what I have not seen yet. I might have some never seen it's in here as well. So starting off with box sets, we do have Waterworld. This one I still have not seen, so I got to get on that. But I love Arrow box sets. They're so nice. The Hills Have Eyes. This is a 4K. Then we have RoboCop. That's a 4K as well. Also Legend, 4K. We've got Wild Things and True Romance. These are all 4K box sets. Very, very nice. Okay, so now Arrow with slips. I believe everything here has a slip. Yeah, everything has a slip. So we got Deadly Games. Girls' Night Out. My Stepmother is an Alien. The 4K of The Last House on the Left. This is not the original from Wes Craven. This is the remake, but I enjoyed it. We've got the 4K of Hugo. And the 4K of Flatliners. There we go. See that nice blue on the slipcover. Alice, Sweet Alice. Hell High. That one was interesting. The Stylist. Nice slipcover on that. Weird Science. Love that slip. Love the slip. Love the slip. And we've got The Last Starfighter. The Mallrats 4K. And of course, 16 Candles. Gotta have 16 Candles. All right, so now the last of Arrow that I still have not seen. We have Donnie Darko. Cruising with Al Pacino. Oh, slip on this. We have Southland Tales, but I have not seen that one yet. The Crazies. Deep Red. Death Screams. Season of the Witch. We have Dead End Drive-In. The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. That's a tongue twister. The Stuff. We have got Flowers in the Attic. Interesting title. Why Don't You Just Die? These ones I've seen. These ones from here to the bottom I've seen. Why Don't You Just Die? That's a crazy movie. That's all I'm going to say. Lots of blood in that one. Vamp. Blood Rage, a Thanksgiving favorite. All of you know. If you know, you know. Bloody Birthday. Edge of the Axe. We have Edge of Sanity with Anthony Perkins. And the original Last House on the Left, directed by Wes Craven. So all we have left, or I should say all I have left to show you, is MVD and Vinegar Syndrome titles. Last clip for the boutique labels. This actually went by a lot faster than I thought it was going to. So here we have my little Vinegar Syndrome stack. I'm becoming more choosy when it comes to Vinegar Syndrome, so that's why I don't have so many. And here's all of my MVD titles. So starting off with Vinegar Syndrome. Still have not watched Married to the Mob yet, but I could not resist this slipcover. It's an amazing looking slip, so I'm happy that I grabbed it. And you gotta have Tammy and the T-Rex, even though this says Tanny. I'm not sure if this is like a collector's item because that's a mistake, or I don't know what it is, but it's supposed to say Tammy. If I can show you. I don't know if I can even do that, but I don't know. Hold on. There we go. See that? Tammy. Tammy and the T-Rex. And for some reason, the slipcover says Tanny. So, I don't know. Is this worth money because it's a mistake? And it's the same on the other side. So that's kind of interesting. Does anyone know the answer to that question? Does anyone else have this slipcover and it says Tammy? Comment and let me know. Because someone else pointed that out in a prior video when I was showing this off and I never got an answer. So I'm kind of curious about this. Collector's item maybe? I don't know. And then of course we have Roadhouse. I was hearing that this was like one of the best transfers from last year. Nice Roadhouse box set. I still have not checked it out, so I need to do so. All right, so here's what I've seen. We got Splatter University, Amityville Horror, great slipcover, great movie, happy I have it. Hitcher in the Dark, you don't need this. This is why I'm becoming more selective when it comes to Vinegar Syndrome, because a lot of these are very corny, as I call them, cheesy Velveeta titles that you don't need in your collection. They're awesome slipcovers, I will say that. Slipcovers, Vinegar Syndrome is like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have shown that. Vinegar Syndrome is like, when it comes to slips and box sets, they're at the top of their game. But as far as movie content, they don't really choose they choose the cheesy Velveeta ones. So I'm choosing to be more selective. All right, Shallow Grave. We got Graduation Day. Freeway 4K. That was a good pickup. Party Girl. I put this one in with Vinegar Syndrome. It's not really Vinegar Syndrome, but I heard like this, what is that? Fun City Editions. That is like incorporated with Vinegar Syndrome or like related somehow. I don't know. That's what I heard. So I just put it in with Vinegar Syndrome because the slipcover is like amazing looking. And it kind of reminds me of Vinegar Syndrome, of what they would do. So it's in there. It probably isn't, but I don't know. I kind of forgot that it was in there. All right, we got Dead Heat. That was a fun zombie movie. I recommend that one. We got Drop Dead Fred and Sidekicks. Again, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know Sidekicks. You know Sidekicks, you know it, you love it. You pick this up. Let's be honest. If I picked this up, then I'm sure everyone else did too. So there we go. All right, so there's everything Vinegar Syndrome. Now the final boutique label I'm showing you, MVD. So let's get into the MVD stack. I pretty much have seen every single one of these titles because I had MVD month except for a few at the top. And that includes Drive, Hail Caesar. This one just came in, so I haven't watched it yet. And Canadian Bacon. I tried watching this one, but I fell asleep, so I got to give it another chance. Yeah, that's it. So now everything else I have seen. Unfortunately, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is in there. That's a part of it. Not Without My Daughter. Oh, such an amazing true story. Incredible. I so recommend it. We've got The Illusionist. Again, The Cage with Vengeance. We've got Monday Morning. Jack Frost. It's not a boutique label collection video without Jack Frost and Jack Frost 2. And more Nicolas Cage with Vampire's Kiss. We've got One Dark Night. The House on Sorority Row. That's a good slasher. I like that one. Mind Games. Disturbing Behavior. If you can hear the plows outside, that's what that is. It snowed here today, so plows are all over the place. All right, we got Mikey, another disturbing killer kid movie. Autumn in New York. At Close Range. This one, disturbing. That one was so disturbing. Miami Blues, Alec Baldwin. Bright Lights, Big City. We got Gun Crazy with Drew Barrymore. The Fabulous Baker Boys. Desperate Hours. The Last American Virgin. This one was fun. That one was fun. But the ending, I did not like the ending. I think because they had like sequels planned for this and they never ended up doing them. So it's kind of like an open-ended ending and it wasn't a full conclusion. And I hate it when it's like that. All right, we got Men at Work. I See You, Stallone, my man. And these are 4K titles. So we have Ghoulies, because everyone needs to have Ghoulies. We have Swamp Thing. We've got Rain Man. And finally, the last MVD is Liar's Moon with Matt Dillon. Whew! Man, this was a workout today. So those are all of my boutique labels from Scream Factory to MVD. So that is everything I own as far as boutique labels. So comment down below and let me know which boutique label is your personal favorite. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time.